Hello, Juan Pablo Carletti. I asked you I would like to speak with you about your performance next week at the Latin Free Jazz Festival. And I wanted your reflections on the title Latin Free Jazz.
Yes.
What does it mean?
For me, at the beginning, I was thinking like Latin and free jazz are two words that people know, like labels of music. And for me, this is a good point of departure to break that and to put together two music that are, for me, so connected. Like the rhythms, they are so rich, both music with the history of the free jazz and how they broke rhythmically, a lot of concepts in jazz, and the same with folkloric Cuban music and the folkloric music from the Americas that are so different and so rich. So I have this idea of mixing these two words together and try to work it out and try to put improvisation in between.
All right, so I mean, you are known, at least to me, as mostly a free jazz player, and so what drew you to this idea? What drew you to that medium, the free jazz?
Oh, how I got connected to free jazz?
Yeah.
Oh, basically, the first time I listened Coltrane, I didn't know what it was free jazz, because actually at home, my mom and my dad listen so many musics, and we never have labels for these musics, and that for me the interesting thing. It's like New York. In New York, some of my friends are first generations of Mexican families, others are Americans, others come from Europe, and all this music for me never had labels before. They were musics, and when I listened Coltrane the first time, I thought I was listening more like an energy and power. I didn't know that was jazz, and it was the late period Coltrane. So I didn't know even that was free jazz, and I fell in love with that. And at the same time, I remember listening to that record and listening to James Brown live, and this record, Peace, Love, and Power. And for me, they were connected at the same time. And I don't know, it's like that. I never have that label on my head. Oh, this is funk or soul music. This is free jazz. No, for me, all this stuff is connected.
Well, I think even in New York, back in the 70s and 60s, they mixed the musics more. And that it's really more recent, in the more last 20 years, that it's maybe even starting in the 80s where they really began to.
Yeah, I feel like we are in Tower Records, even when Tower Records not here anymore, but we need to put, okay, here is free jazz, here you can find William Parker, here you can find Roman, here you can find this person. And what happened with me, I find myself in between all these places. I don't go and buy only free jazz records, I don't go and buy only Bob Dylan records, I don't go and only buy Latin music. I love them all, and this thing with the industry right now, that you have to have a label for every little thing that you do, so that way they can put you, oh, you're here, you know. It's a good way of controlling people, basically. And I feel it's really good to make a break and to see that a place like New York, we are all mixed, so it's the same. Even when I teach, I have students that are Latinos that are so into hip hop. I have students that are Asian and they love Latin rhythms. And it's not like, I don't want to sing like that barrier, that wall of you can do only this, you can do only that, you can only dress this way, you can only do this. It's very dangerous for our minds. So that's a good thing for me about this, having the mix between William and these Cuban players and my concept together. I really like the idea of coming with this music. It's very New York music, I would feel like. Yeah.
That's really interesting. But I'm also interested in your take on culture. I mean, on tradition. And as an individual, we come from our traditions.
Yes.
And then we become who we are,
Exactly.
more than just our traditions. So I guess that was what I was thinking. But tell
I'm
me
from Argentina, South America, and okay, that's where I come from.
And so how does that inform your music? Does it, or is it,
totally.
it so, yeah.
Totally. Inform my music in different ways. My country, or even the area where I'm from, my country is a country with a lot of European influence. My grandfather was from Italy, and then I had my grandmother that she was a native from the country, and I don't know how to put in words, but it's part of our culture too, the tango, and we have our like kind of blues there, our kind of lament there is our music that when we are sad, and at the same time that's where we are. The gray color applies to my city. Buenos Aires for me is a gray city. The color is gray, and that's inside of me. I cannot like think, oh, this is the way I am, so I'm gonna put it out because I don't want to put a label on me. Okay, I play this music, but that influenced me. Even it's like the way I talk. I have an accent because I came from somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, I think the things that make us who we are great. They're all great. It's just that we're more complicated than just any one thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we cannot define it like with words. That's the reason I use sounds, basically.
Yeah.
And rhythm. Because rhythm, you can connect with anybody. With somebody from Argentina, with our folkloric rhythms that are so rich, and with people from Cuba, with people from the streets of New York, with everybody.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much.